is this going to help me? No, 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 no. Good morning, everybody. Hi, my name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. I am a 5th year upper elementary science and health teacher on the coast of Maine, and I am filming this from the future because I was editing the footage last night for this vlog and realized that for whatever reason, a couple of clips got deleted. So I just wanted to give you some context because it kind of jumps right into it for the day. When I am talking about it's going to be a rough morning, the vlog that's coming up is Monday morning, and what I'm referring to, which I had filled you guys in but it got deleted, is the fact that there was a tragedy in our community over the weekend that affected quite a few families, my homeroom and a couple of my classes. So it was just a very rough morning. The guidance counselor and the social worker were going around prepping the students to let them know that when some of the students come back, they would just kind of like what to say, what not to say, how to approach things with them and things like that. So I just wanted to give you some context because I realized that, like, 1, you have no idea who I am. 2, you don't understand why I'm just asking for your well wishes and thoughts, and if you pray, your prayers. So just a little bit of context. So we'll just go ahead and jump right into the vlog. So I can't remember if I have shown you this in a different vlog, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, just in case. I know most of you are done school already, so this doesn't mean anything, but maybe you can use it next year for any class. Let me turn you around and I'll show you. It just asks them to save the water. So the last 2 days they worked on these slides. So these are them explaining why these are important topics that need to be addressed. And then these are the other 6. So they worked on those 12 problems, 2 slides last week. And then today, we're going to start brainstorming like what we want to work on and hopefully designing elements. So if not definitely this part, and I'm just going to explain to them what I'm looking for. And yeah, oh, there's kids here to practice for graduation. How sweet. Okay, focusing. Yeah, so that's what I am working on, and that's what we're going to do, and it just gives them different things to do. So we are working on that. It's mostly independent. I know it's terrible, but we have grades due very soon, and I have 80 students, and I have to write comments for all of them. And unlike previous school districts that I worked in, where you just put in a code and all of that stuff, and it does the comment for you, no, we have to write individual comments. So it takes a little bit of extra practice for me because I barely know these kids still. I mean, thankfully, like, I've had them for about 5 weeks now, if we take out my week with COVID. So I do know them well enough to be able to do it, but it definitely is not the easiest thing in the world. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on. I need to update some stuff around the room, and I will share with you a super quick outfit of the day. You guys seem to love those. It's mind-boggling to me because I have zero fashion sense and I simply go for whatever feels comfortable that day. So I'll show you super quick, and then we're gonna get started with our day. So today I match my like little affirmation dots, but like I said, we go for comfort around here. Literally, simply comfort. That's the bread and butter for me when it comes to picking an outfit. So this shirt is from Shein, and I have a hilarious story about this shirt. So I wore this for picture day earlier this year with my last school district, and it rained, and I decided to wear my hair up, which was a very stupid idea. There's glue on here. I don't know how to talk to you through there or here, but I'm just gonna look at this. So I wore it for picture day. So it was also really humid, so I didn't have like a sweater on. So because of the hair half up and these, my picture looks like I'm straight out of the 80s with like shoulder pads and my blazer, and it's so bad. And Dusty decided to recreate my picture, which I will put right here, and put like the 80s lasers behind me. So yeah, funny story about the shirt. But this shirt is from Shein. This sweater is from American Eagle. Yeah, it's from American Eagle. I love American Eagle sweaters, but my only complaint about them is they get really like ratty looking after a while. But I love the length of it. It's like just long enough to cover the fact that I am wearing joggers today. Like literally the tie is right there. But these are Lululemon joggers. I just like roll up the the elastic so it doesn't stand out as much. And then I've got on these Sam Edelman sandals, which I love, but you can kind of see in the mirror, when they got old, they turned different colors on the back, and these are the same. So honestly, I've stopped wearing them pretty much, but everything that I wore just didn't work with the joggers. It like emphasized the fact that they weren't real pants. So yeah, I'm gonna change our cards, make sure we are ready for our day. I need to get our morning slides up. And I don't know if I've ever shown you guys our morning slides like since the first day, but if you're new here, because I've gotten quite a few new followers, I will show you our morning slides. So I will try to remember, I'm the worst at remembering to link things, but I will try to remember to link this down in my description. But it just has a cactus. Shocker. What else is new? I mean, we're obsessed. There's even, oh, I didn't show you these. So these are from Leela Market in Old Scottsdale. Obsessed with them, but anyway, and I got a cactus there, so I mean no one's really surprised that there's a cactus there, but anyway, so I just put the lunch, their morning to do, and then their daily affirmation: hard work, dedication, discipline, and patience. No matter what I'm going through, I'm on the road to greatness. So that is our morning slide. And then their morning check-in, which I do need to actually go ahead and reset. So their morning check-in just has like a "you are loved" thing. Good morning, kiddos. This is how are you doing today. Has name, what do you need from your teacher, and then it asks them how they're feeling today. How did you sleep last night? How are you feeling about school today? And anything else you want to tell us. So I did get this from TPT, and I did kind of amend it and change it to what I needed. I'm gonna go finish getting ready for today, and then we're going to rock this Monday because, well, we have no other choice but to do so. So I just need to get ready for our meeting this morning that I'm not looking forward to. It's gonna be a tough one. We had an emergency meeting about it yesterday on Zoom with admin and support staff, so we'll see how it goes. But wish my kids luck today. They are going to need it. If you're a praying type, pray for some of the families and things like that. So I'm gonna go get ready for today, and I will talk to you guys later. So quick side note, if you didn't watch any of my classroom setup videos, I have a tip. I've seen a couple of teachers complain about these in Facebook groups, so I just wanted to share with you real quick one thing that has saved my sanity. So we work with kids, and as much as we want them to be responsible and keep track of everything, I know I lose stuff. And I have to remind myself of that sometimes because it drives me crazy when they lose things, but we lose things. That's what happens. It's an accident, gets misplaced, accidentally gets thrown out, whatever. So my two greatest tips for managing product in the classroom, I know that sounds weird, but like wasting things, it's gonna make more sense in a second. Let me turn around and show you. In my classroom, we do have crayon boxes. Don't know why this is here, that goes over there. But we do have crayon boxes, and every so often crayons go missing. So what I do at the start of each year, I will dump an extra box in here. That way if a crayon goes missing and they don't have a red, they can come grab a red. If a student is cleaning the room when we do mystery trash, which I will tell you about later, if we're doing mystery trash and they find a crayon on the floor, or I find one like I just did, I will come over and put it in the homeless crayons drawer. Because I did start here mid-year, there's way more crayons in here than normal, just because they had so many spares just laying around that I just tossed them in with mine. But they know if they can't find a crayon, they don't even have to ask, they can just come get one. I always say that they're adopting the crayons. I have a sweet student, and it's like her job in life. She is convinced that she's going to finish out the year making sure we have complete families of crayons. So I thought that was super sweet. And then my other tip, glue sticks, markers, dry erase markers, anything that has a cap. I have trained my students, and I know trained is a terrible word. I have encouraged them, and they know this too. If they find one on the floor and it's dried out, or if they find a cap, they bring me the cap before they throw out the glue stick, because I'll use this one as an example, hoping I don't drop this. They are buried in here, but I keep a plastic baggie of caps. So I have caps for all brands except this random one. but the Elmers as well as these Avery ones, they are all in this bag. So if a student has a glue stick and they lose the cap, they can come ask me for one and I will give them one. That way we don't have any wasted glue sticks. So like I said, I do this for the dry eraser caps for both like the regular marker boards and the fine ones, and I will do it for Crayola too. So if you are constantly having to deal with throwing things out because there's a marker without a cap and there's glue sticks without caps, have your students, I start this first thing the school year, they know. It actually gets to a point where I tell them like we no longer need caps, we have plenty to get us through the year, but they know before they throw anything out to bring me the cap, and I'll put them in a bag in with the rest of them. That way, if we ever find one uncapped, it now has a hat. Now, don't want you to think that I have my life together because I have to work on this. I have 2 weeks to get this done. This is the current state of, it's so embarrassing. This is the current state of our supply closet. Most of this junk was already in here because it is a science supply closet, but then I added these things right here when I set up my classroom because I ran out of time. I only had a few days. So yeah, that's my life. Please don't think that I have it all together because I don't. And like I said, I have a very limited time to get that done because at the end of the school year, I'm actually getting ready to paint my classroom. We got permission to paint our rooms. They unfortunately, just due to time and budget, they normally would paint it for us. However, they cannot, but they have told us they will get us the paint, they'll get us the supplies, everything. So later today, I will show you the options that I have to paint my room. I have very specific colors that I can choose from, and I will show you that later because it's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. And I will tell you the story behind that. But I have 10 minutes until I have to go get my students. I need to get some ice in my giant cup and get some water. So I'm gonna get that done. I need to get our slide actually up on the board. I have it open on my computer, but I haven't projected it yet. And little things like that, and just make sure that I'm emotionally and mentally prepared for our meeting this morning with my class. We're doing a morning meeting and all that good stuff. So I am done talking your ear off. Just here's some B-roll, and I'll catch you guys at the end of the day. Also, another teacher tip, I'm just giving you all of my random tips today. I'm just gonna call this like the tip vlog. But in all seriousness, another thing that I do that saves my sanity, and it's so simple. Anytime I get flowers delivered, if they come in a vase, like Dusty had flowers delivered for our anniversary, I have all clear vases at home, that's all I use. So where I don't use red at home, I always keep an extra vase or two in my classroom under the sink, if you have a sink, or just in a closet somewhere, in a shelf, whatever. That way if a student brings you flowers, you can put them right in water and put them on display. Students love it, and you don't have like flowers wilting, hoping for water, scrambling to find something. So if you have like extra storage and you have an extra vase, always keep one at work for that reason. I'm gonna count on you guys to hold me accountable. My Monstera, this guy right here, needs 2 things this week. A new pot, it's definitely outgrown that one, and he also needs a dusting. So I need to clean his leaves. I brought him home from the nursery this way and I never did it. The woman, when I got it, she did a few of them, but there's just so many little ones. So that one just needs some TLC. Hello, you guys. So I obviously am now home. I need to fold laundry as always, because like literally every time I vlog, that's what I tell you. It is 4:15 and I just walked in the door. So we ended up having an interview for a teacher for an open position on our team. and that was about 45 minutes, and then we spent about 15 minutes just kind of decompressing and talking about what we thought and things like that. So finally home. I was gonna vlog for you guys at the very end of the day, but my classroom is getting really warm this time of year. It's not the temperature, it's the sunshine. If the sun is out, my classroom is like 12 million degrees, and it was very sunny today. It wasn't super warm. I mean, it was warm, but anyway, so I'm gonna tell you about our day. So first things first, guidance counselor came around, talked to my class just about, you know, the different things that you can say, different things that you can do to help, and just how not to approach it, how to approach it, and just let them know that they are there for them if they need it, etc., things like that. So that went really well. We switched, we went to our first block. My kids are still working on that auto roll thing, which I can't remember if I showed you. If I didn't, because I had people in and out of my room all morning. If I didn't, I will show you in the morning. The principal went around, and just because of the heaviness of the day, asked us if we could take our kids outside for extra recess. Let me tell you, I love working for a principal that allows that, because I once worked in a school where a principal told us we were no longer allowed to take our kids out for extra recess because they would view it as an escape from learning. As if learning may not be standards, as if learning didn't happen on playground, because, you know, social skills and SEL are nothing. But anyway, I digress. So he told us, you know, if you can, take them out. So I didn't tell them that I was taking them out. I dropped them off at music. So when I said, okay, when you go, you're gonna go out that door. And they all just kind of looked at me and they're like, what are we doing? And I said, we're going out for recess. So they were really happy. It was just a nice surprise. We were out there for like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. It was 40 minutes. We were out there for 40 minutes. I played pig with some of my students. They were playing Foursquare, some were on the swings. Like, it was just so nice. And then for the last 10 minutes or so, we had other classes come out with us. So it was just a good day. So yeah, that was my day. It is so crazy to me that we only have one more Monday left after today. It's just insane. But I promised Dusty that I would get some stuff done around the house. I've got, like I said, to fold that laundry, because I fold laundry pretty much all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, enjoy this B-roll, and I will talk to you guys later. Laundry has been folded and put away, and now it is time for a snack, because if you watch my vlogs, you know I love an after school snack, because I am a child and I'm proud. Good morning, friends. It is Tuesday, June 7th. I don't understand how it's June already, let alone the first week into June, and the fact that after this week, we only have one more full week and we're done. Like, where does time go? I don't understand. It's just, it's mind-boggling to me. I'm trying to think. I think today's a normal day. Don't hold me to that. I am crossing my fingers and toes that it is, because I mean, my plans don't change no matter what, just because of the activity that we are working on. Sorry, I was reading an email from our assistant principal. I need to definitely focus on that. But anyway, so today, let me check our school calendar and see. I don't have anything, I think today's a normal day, but we have like no normal days. They don't exist. It's June. We have a week and a half-ish left of school. Today is June 7th, so today is not a normal day. Second grade's going on a field trip. the middle school guidance counselors are coming to visit 5th grade at 9 a.m. and we have a fire drill. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so sick of fire drills. We have one every week. And yeah, it's a lot. And where my kids go is extremely far from the classroom, which is fine, but it just takes so much time out of our day. I mean, we need to practice them, but like, I'm done with fire drills. On a more positive note, I think I mentioned this yesterday and I meant to show you guys at the end of the day, but we ended up scheduling an interview, so I did not get to show you. But I got permission from our guidance counselors, from our custodians and the school to paint our classrooms. Now, my co-teacher and I, we are going to paint them at the same time. That way we can hang out and just blast music. The issue is it has to be done the first week after school ends because they want them painted before they do our floors, pull out all the furniture, all of that good stuff. So the custodian, when I mentioned it to her, she was like, you know, normally we would do it, but just with budget stuff and just time, we don't have the capacity in our budget to do it for you, but we can get you everything, the paintbrushes, the paint, everything. You just need to let us know what color. So she told my co-teacher that she would drop off the paint chips for us to choose a color from. And the way that she said it, like, it made it seem it was like 5 or 6 paint colors to choose from, like predetermined, pre-accepted, like these are good to go, they're approved. No, 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 no. She brought me this, an entire stack. If you know me, you know that I am the most indecisive person on the planet. How is this going to help me? And not to mention that, I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but you can see my floor. I don't know what they were thinking when they chose these floors and these counter colors. They are hideous. I'm sorry, but they are ugly. And I want to say fugly because they are. And that's my personal opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion. Is it right? I don't know, but I hate them. But I have yellow walls, which do match the floor, but I don't like the floor. I'm stuck with the floor. I can't change the floor, but I can change the wall color. So let me show you the colors that I'm working with in here, because I'm sure you've seen them in vlogs, but I haven't like actually shown you. And then I can get your opinions on paint colors. So as you can see, I have lovely green and yellow floors, and they were kind enough to give us different shades of yellow. But then you look up and I also have these like interesting green counters, which, I mean, I gotta give them props. They match the chairs. So yeah, and the cabinets aren't like a stark white, they're like slightly off-white. So I started talking to my mom about it, and she's like, well, Tina, with paint colors like that, like just do a bright white. And I want to. However, all I've ever had in my classrooms are white, and I love it. It's very clean, it's very fresh, but at the same time, it's very sterile. And with the fact that my cabinets there are not a bright white, I think they're gonna look super dirty next to a bright white wall. I walked to some of the classrooms, and the ones that I noticed I felt calmest in actually had like a solid but darker color. So I can't believe I'm saying this because I love light and bright and all of that stuff, but they're not really giving me much to work with these wall colors and floor colors. So like I said, I like light and bright, but it's just not feasible. So I was leaning toward like, God, they're so dark and they're not gonna show up well on here, but something like one of these two. Don't mind my nails, I'm getting them done after school today. But something like one of these two, I don't know. It's so hard to pick, and it's especially hard to pick when, I don't know. I have no idea. I need to pick something because they have to get us everything. And I have to start painting not next week, the week after. So I need to make a decision. I've narrowed it down to a few colors, but I don't know, and this is so hard to do. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna get ready for today, mull over these paint colors, eat my breakfast, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day in upper elementary. Time is winding down with my sweet friends, and I'm really sad about it, but we're just gonna make the best of it, and that's all we can do. So I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you guys later. So if you watched my last vlog, you know that I've been going through all of the books that were left behind by the last teacher. Most of the books were older than I am. They're from like the 80s. I was born in 90. They're from the 80s. They were dated. Information in them wasn't factual. And as much as we tell kids not to judge a book by its cover, I said this in my last one, there is a reason that publishers redo books and covers of classics. Like, we want it to be appealing, we want it to draw attention. So we teach kids not to judge a book by its cover, but at the same time, like, there's a reason they changed the covers. So I got rid of any books that I asked opinion on some of them, like, would you guys read this? And everyone's like, no, we didn't even know we had that. So I ended up putting them on this table over by the door. Let me turn you around. So there were piles here. It was a disaster. And these are all that are left. So I hadn't put these out. I probably put out about 150 books and all but 2 were gone. And now I'm gonna put out these last 3 and let my classes pick through them. I told them whatever fits in their backpack they can take, but it must go directly into their backpack. So that's all that's left. And then these bookcases, I can't remember if that one's go, but anyway, these bookcases are now empty. And my plan is to paint these. These I am going to buy my own paint color because I'm going to try to match that one as much as possible. But these I am going to paint and just repurpose them. And then my goal is to get rid of this for next year. But I need to clean it out. There are tons of supplies in here, a lot that obviously I'm not going to use. I will use these like home communication holders. I love these. I will use those. I just need to go through everything that's in here. But like calendar, we don't use. There's more for calendar there. Dictionaries. As much as I want my kids to use them, I'll probably hold on to one, but let's be honest, like, we look stuff up online. Like, I fully believe in using resources, but at the same time, times are changing. So that one's used, but there are a ton of notebooks in here, so I'm just gonna go through all of these supplies and hopefully get rid of this. Once this is gone, I'll probably shift all of these down. So yeah, that's where my life is at. That's where my classroom's at. That is what is going on. And all right, now, I said this before, now I'm going to go get ready for the day. Good afternoon, you guys. I am now home and I look like a sweaty hot mess because I took my headband off when I got home and I just ran trash over to the dump and it's pretty warm out. So yeah, I'm a little bit sweaty. But today was a great day. Today was crazy, per usual. End of the year is nuts. So this morning, I think I'd mentioned that we had our middle school guidance counselors coming to visit our 5th grade. That way they could tell them a little bit more about the middle school and have like a Q&A session. And we had a fire drill scheduled for 10 o'clock, whole school. We were thinking it would end closer, like if it ended closer to 10, we would take the kids up, get them settled in, do the fire drill, and then go straight into second block, since by then first block will be pretty much over. But we finished, it was 10:37. Now I picture memory. I remember the time because I said to myself, like, even if we take them out for 15 minutes, we still have plenty of time to get up to the classroom and we can then be ready for the fire drill. The teacher that I was with called the office and we got approval to stay outside, but they thought it was a great idea. So we stayed outside and my kids are flipping rock stars. They nailed the fire drill, immediately stopped what they were doing, came over to line up. Like, I mean immediately, like middle of foursquare type of immediate. Dropped the ball, ran over, lined up, and were completely silent and super great. Vacuum was going. I apologize, it just came back in the room. So that was great. And then the rest of the day went as normal. So yeah, it was just a great day. Meeting with the superintendent went well. I could tell, like, he wasn't super thrilled to be meeting with me, but like was very respectful and understanding, and I just let them know, like, listen, I don't want to see anybody else end up in the situation that I am in, and you guys need to tell people about like the way that the contract is set up as far as pay goes if you're coming in late in the year and all of that. So they did agree that they may have to revisit that. I said my piece. I told them that I had accepted it, but I was very disappointed in the way that things were handled and that they need to be more transparent with people coming in later in the school year, and they need to disclose certain information instead of just kind of sweeping it under the rug. So it was taken well. Yeah, it was very stressful. I am the kind of person that I put my head down, do what I'm told, don't cause a stir, but like that was just something that I couldn't really stand by. So I have to leave in about an hour, I think. I don't know what time it is. I have to leave in about an hour. I'm going to get my nails done for the first time since the fall. Now, I got them done for vacation, but I used to get them done all the time in Jersey when I first moved up here. I stopped. I started doing my own gel, but my girlfriend and I are going to get our nails done, and I am stoked. So, I am going to end this vlog off here. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.